My name is Spiro Dimitriati. I'm the Executive Director of the Gracie Academy in Torrance, California, USA. Welcome. All right, well, we are, this is what we call the lobby, or where people gather. Here are magazines up on the wall that have graced Gracie family members for many years, and magazines around the world. We have a lot more than that, but not enough wall space to put them up on. Occasionally when we have people over, we usually play some Gracie Jiu-Jitsu type DVDs and things of that nature. This is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in Action 2. This is our mid-sized training room. When Horian Gracie began, or rather came to America to bring Gracie Jiu-Jitsu to the world, he basically started teaching Jiu-Jitsu out of his garage in Torrance. And if you could imagine, in Torrance, it's a residential neighborhood, and at a certain point in time they would have 50, 100 people hanging out by the garage. So you could imagine how that would look with the neighbors. So eventually, Horian started bringing his brothers over, and they opened up the bottom half of the Gracie Academy, where it might be hard to just put it all on video, but this half was really the Gracie Academy when it first began.
Then he expanded.
I'm going to take it to men's locker room, but let me see if there's any men in here right now. Are you guys dressed here? Okay. Okay, come on in, ladies. You're clear for a minute. Just real quick. So this is the men's locker room. And this was actually the jiu-jitsu training area at the beginning. But now this is the men's locker room. We have showers, towels. We have a similar one for the ladies, but just a little smaller. Okay.
Nice. Is Elio going to be here?
Not usually for the tournament. He's always been here, but he's going to end up coming out when we open up the new Gracie Academy. We bought a new building, and that is going to happen in November of this year. So
I got to come back.
Okay, we have our juice bar here. Juice bar is a juice bar, self-explanatory.
No, it's not self-explanatory, because what is this? This is what you use to juice? To extract the juice?
Yes.
Because I have the other kind, the kind that, this is better.
Well, everybody has their opinion, but that allows more of the pulp to be in the juice versus what you're probably doing, where it just really just sucks.
I thought they want to remove the pulp from the juice.
You can ask the Gracies directly on that.
That's what I've been doing.
But for me personally, I feel it's best to have pulp, and if you could liquefy it, why not? It's healthy fiber. Okay, this is one of our private training rooms. We have 2 of these. You'd never want to get stuck in there with the door closed. Just joking. So this is one private area.
That's another one.
This is another one.
How's Ellie doing health-wise?
Very good.
Very good.
Somebody we should all follow, right?
Yes.
Do you want all of the ingredients?
The seed.
Okay, so actually you probably should have started from here. This is the main lobby where you walk in, so you want to get that there?
Very
So
nice.
this is a small overview, if you will, of our Gracie store, and we have an extensive selection of all types of product and merchandise on gracieacademy.com. And but we also do a lot of store sales in-house too. Say hi, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Okay,
This is the museum?
So I forgot.
So this says, please visit the Gracie Museum. Is that where we're going now?
Yes.
Should we put that sign?
Okay.
And then we'll edit.
Oh yeah, so I forgot. So after we started growing, the Gracie Academy started growing, then the second half of the downstairs expanded, because again, they were just only half of the downstairs. Now.
And what was on
was the
this
second
side?
half.
What was on
This was
this?
a carpet store, which you'll understand.
And they
And then they ended up leasing this area. And now we'll take you to the bigger part. To the right are our corporate offices.
okay.
It's a big-
Mira el viejo, mira el viejo. Jeez.
You asked how he's doing, right? That was not too long ago.
Whoa.
Okay, so this is the main training facility. Come on in. It is pretty big, as you can see. I mean, today, right now, it's quiet. We have classes in the middle morning and then early evening. So right now, we just take time to do a lot of the office work and everything else involved with running such a major operation. To the left corner, where the ball is there, it's actually a mock cockpit of an aircraft. It's just a
For training,
a
huh?
basic setup to just simulate what it's like being in a closed environment. So we train federal air marshals and pilots. And we have airline seats there. Sometimes when people sit there, they expect me to bring them tea and a cheesecake, but anyway. No, but we have airline seats there, fine people sit there, but it's also to simulate the confines of an aircraft. And that's why we have that. And then, of course, the octagon, that is a smaller version of the original octagon, and the Gracie brothers and students, etc., practice their mixed martial arts training in there.
You got any fighters here that are looking to compete on that level?
The Gracie
Octagon
brothers,
or Pride?
the Gracie brothers.
Aside from the brothers, the students, or
there's a lot of young ones who are going to be up
so
and
maybe
coming
in
a few
Torrance you
years.
don't have really hardcore people who are looking to put themselves out
no
there.
one like now like as ready as the Gracie brothers, or more specifically, Hedon's going to be the first one. So
Hedon.
you know the spotlight and target is on him right now.
Target is right.
What?
You don't have to record me. I have a question.
Sure,
Can we take a picture in that thing?
sure, of course.
Hey, why don't you get in the octagon so I can take a picture?
I've heard of the name, but no. Yeah. Why don't you take one by yourself first?
Shoes off?
Yeah. There you go.
What do you want
One
Why you
man
so
walks
far,
in,
babe?
two men walk in,
Why
one
you
walks
so
out.
Now do you want to hip through me or something?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's take my shoes off.
Also, maybe you want to take one this way.
Yes. Huh?
Makes me want to roll.
You
Got it?
Let me see.
Now let's go for it.
What
Okay,
you get
you guys wanna
because
go
y'all
at it
remove
now?
it so it's blurry.
All right, one more time. Please take this guy's time. Go ahead.
Quick, quick.
All right, you're fired, man.
That was good, man.
It's pretty good. Look, it's an action shot. Because you're like moving in the
Yeah.
air. Yeah. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Spiro.
Spiro. Take one with Spiro. All you guys, go ahead and listen.
I'd rather. Go, baby.
Stop recording.
What do you want to know?
It's-
I wouldn't want to challenge him in a fight. He's a good guy.
I know how to get out of all his moves.
Yeah, sure.
Just tap.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell people, they say, "What's your favorite move?" That one. It gets me out of everything.
Playing the
You know,
drums.
in here, you know.
Playing the drums.
But is he going to? Is he going to compete again? I heard he was coming out of retirement to fight with Sakuraba.
I mean, to hear that, I mean, whatever I would say would be the same as anybody. It's just talk. I mean,
Is he going to
you
be
know, if
there?
it happens,
tomorrow?
then you all know, right?
Is he going to be there this weekend?
Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. You never know who shows up.
What's the relationship between him and Moriarty?
The brothers.
They're
it's
brothers,
fine.
but like I read in the thing that they had a little falling out at one point.
Okay, the only thing I'm going to say on this whole thing is that all the brothers are close. I know that people have unfairly criticized or accused Horian of breaking up the Gracie family. Have you heard of that saying? Okay. So I have a perfect question to that statement. If Horian broke up the Gracie family, then why isn't the rest of the family together? Everybody's doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So.
But that seems to be the way, right? I mean,
Well, I mean, it is. To me personally, I think it'd be best if they're all together. But you know, if you read the Bible going back 2,000 years, you know, sometimes people just can't work together. But I know they love each other. They're brothers. I mean, you know, but business, that's separate. They're all doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So.
Good answer.
I mean, Hickson's
You running for politics?
He was here. Yeah, right. Hickson's son. He came down. I can't be in politics because it's difficult for me to lie. Okay, so
So where's the new building going to be?
the new building is going to be about 10 minutes from here.
What's the best place to
Artesia and
stay?
Yukon.
What do you advise staying? Because we're staying at the Quality Inn. You don't have to
That's the
research
one that we recommend.
Yeah.
Carson Quality Inn.
this.
Yeah.
Because
If you mention Gracie, you should get a discount.
Yeah, we did, but also, well, that's what I was talking to the girl downstairs because it said that there was going to be a complimentary shuttle service from there to here, and at the hotel they're not honoring that. They're like, no, we don't provide shuttle service.
Then I better double check that. Obviously, that was a mistake then.
She was downstairs calling Henner. I don't know if she got in touch with her or not. I mean, we bought a cab. It's not a big deal. I mean, we
Okay.
wanted to come here, so.
So right here, we have. Here, go back. Okay.
Back up a little bit.
I mean, a lot of this is also on our website and more, but these are just some of the awards that the Gracie Academy has received from various organizations around the world. You know, a lot of people or organizations can say, hey, I've trained these people, that people, or I've trained the U.S. Army, but nobody can claim that the U.S. Army took what they learned from them and developed the Army Combatives Program, which is being taught to millions of Army personnel, but that's what Gracie Academy did. So the Modern Army Combatives Program is based on Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, or more specifically, our Gracie Combatives Program. So Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, Special Forces or Green Berets, Delta, those are military units, as well as the Israelis, other U.S. allies, federal agencies from the Drug Enforcement Agency. This is pretty cool right here from the White House Communications Agency. Most people don't hear about them. They're a Marine contingency, and their sole duty is to protect the presidential communications. Anything that has to do with that, that's their job, to protect it. So twice a year we have our grapple program, and we have people from around the world come, and a lot of local police officers who take our specialized 1-week course in grapple. Why it's very significant, is this recording me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
The sound. What you're
Yeah.
saying, yes.
Good, I didn't say anything bad, that's good. I'm just joking. Why it's very significant what we teach, like Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, I mean, you're in it for years, you understand it, but those who don't know the gift of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, we impact the lives of all walks of life, from children. I mean, we have kids, whether they have low self-esteem or they may be overweight, and after just a few months of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, their attitude changes. And with kids, we teach them how to basically protect themselves from bullies. And we don't teach them to beat people up, but if a bully is being an idiot and they need to protect themselves, Jiu-Jitsu allows you to protect yourself without having to cause unnecessary harm, or as much harm as the person wants to receive. And then we have a great women's program, Women Empowered. That it's an awesome program where we don't teach women, JR, like this kind of stuff really doesn't work. That didn't look too good, but anyway. But that really looks great on TV. But in real life, especially a woman who more than likely is going to be lighter and not as physically strong as a man, you know, you can't be exchanging blows with somebody like that. They're going to laugh at you, and the guy will get more upset and threaten you more. So with Women Empowered, our program is really about being able to protect yourself, and then at the right time teach you moves how to escape. But then again, I think anybody who's smart, if you're able to get away, male or female, you should. And then back to our military and law enforcement program, most people don't realize that, especially for the military, it's not like we're teaching soldiers how to kill people. Obviously, you know, that's part of the job description, but really, like in urban warfare in a city like Iraq they're fighting, or even in downtown LA, cops, you need to be able to have a show of force, but you can't be brutal and use excessive force. So what we teach them is very applicable. Like if you've all seen on TV a cop beating somebody with a kick, an elbow, a stick, or shooting them, that's really bad. But those who learn Gracie Jiu-Jitsu or take our grapple program, we teach them the ability to take somebody down in a nice way that looks good on camera, teach them how to protect their weapon or retain it so it doesn't get taken away, and apprehend people versus bashing somebody's face in. Because like a cop or a soldier in Iraq or Marine, if you're an aggressor, then your job of serving the people ends up being undermined, because now the people you're serving begin to hate you because you're a bad guy. So it's a very tough job for cops and soldiers and Marines. All right, now we have the Gracie Museum. Come on. The best for last. It's all great.
Cool. Hey, Nadia, look at this.
Also, the Gracie Museum is also, you could get a lot of this on our website. We have a pretty cool 3-dimensional camera. That,
I've checked it out.
yeah. Okay, so here's the Gracie family tree. I mean, you can see it on the video. And what I mean is by Horion is right here, who created the Gracie Academy. And basically it's Hordion's vision, who started the mixed martial arts revolution that started today. There's many people who contributed to it, but as far as the spark, it all began
Everyone
in
owes
Hordion's
Everyone
brain.
owes
Well,
Horion.
I mean, instead of saying, oh, let's be respectful. Okay, don't take away what he created. That's what I'd rather say that instead of owing. So there's approximately, out of all a couple hundred Gracies, there's approximately 45 actively teaching and or fighting. So the black is are the boys, and the white are girls. And Horion has 9 children. And Hiron, Henner, and Halleck, they're the head instructors here at the Gracie Academy. Then we have, of course, Helson and Hickson, Hoker, Hoyler, Hoyce, and then Robin, and then, of course, the girls or sisters,
She teach
Erika and
too?
Riki. What?
They teach?
Do the girls?
I don't know. Not that I know. I don't know.
Do the girls ever compete? Or it's
Um,
always just the brothers.
Mostly the brothers. It'd be nice, but somehow they don't haven't found the desire or see the ability of what the Gracie family is, so they're not as involved as they could be. But I mean, it's their choice. There's no, it's not a criticism. Okay, so Gustavo right here in the early 1900s was a prominent politician in Brazil. And like today, back then, Japan and Brazil had a lot of trade. And in the 1900s, Gustavo was very nice to the Japanese people. And because of that, one of the people whose name, it's pronounced many different ways. I say Maeda. He was a Japanese jiu-jitsu instructor. So out of appreciation, he ended up teaching Gustavo's oldest son, or Elio's oldest brother, Carlos, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. So for a couple of years, Elio would just watch his brother learn and eventually teach Jiu-Jitsu, because Elio was a weak, frail young boy back then, young man. And he had fainting spells, and basically couldn't do anything physical. So then after a couple of years, there was a student who showed up to take a class with Carlos, and he wasn't around. So Elio jumped in and said, I'll teach you jiu-jitsu. And on memory, Elio taught the student jiu-jitsu. And then at the tail end of the class, Carlos showed up. Oh, I'm sorry, student, let's reschedule. And then a student said, if you don't mind, I'd like to reschedule with Elio. So if you really think of it, a student promoted Elio to an instructor. So that was basically the beginning of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Now, Elio at his heaviest was 140 pounds. You know, how strong can you be at 140 compared to somebody who's 200 pounds? So he realized that all the good elements that that Japanese Jiu-Jitsu had, it did require a lot of strength. And that wasn't applicable to Elio, who was a lot lighter than most everybody else. So that's where he revamped it and then created Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, which relied more heavily on technique and leverage. And that was basically the birth of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And working, you know, and then now all this that you're seeing here are basic stories in Brazil of the Gracie brothers challenging all people, wrestlers, boxers, or whatever, in all kinds of fights. And back then in the early 1900s, you know, soccer obviously is huge today. It's the biggest sport in the world. But back then in Brazil, there was no sports section in the newspaper. So the first sports section technically was jiu-jitsu. Cool. And Elio was like the Babe Ruth of Brazil back then, an icon.
I'm glad you guys put this together, man.
Yeah, I think.
And you can actually make it bigger, huh? You
Yeah.
got more stuff that you can.
We're talking hundreds and hundreds of articles, which we've scanned in time.
When are they going to make a movie?
In time, that's a good question. We have so much going on in the next number of years. It's just unbelievable.
Because
Shows, movies.
that
We got so much going on. You know, the new academy, just a lot of stuff. The website is just growing and
this is Elio.
incredible.
He looks kind of buff there.
Mm-hmm. No, he was buffed.
So when is the new academy open?
November 1st is the day of this year. So we're building it right now, and it's just a lot of work.
And this one will still remain open?
No, it's going to close. This one was a lease.
Okay.
And the building
then
you're
the
going to
lease
go to, you're going to
expires.
own?
Right, and this one's, we would say more officially, it's the new home
Cool.
owned by the Gracie family. If you look at this picture here, if you could go back a little before and after, this gentleman right here was Mr. Santos, was a wrestler and gymnast, and he was bad-mouthing the Gracie brothers that they were having fixed fights. So the Gracie brothers got upset and visited him and at his location, and the Gracie brothers held everybody back, and Elio basically did that to the guy. But I just want to say, every time I say that, that's not really what Gracie's Jiu-Jitsu is about, but I
No, but
guess
if you're
we
gonna
really
talk-
got
if
somebody
you're gonna
upset.
talk,
Yeah, okay.
You're going to
exactly.
pay.
So that's what happened. So what happened is, if you go down here, excuse me, he ended up telling the cops that the Gracie brothers beat him up, and they ended up getting sentenced to prison for 3 years. So after a few days in jail, the president of Brazil heard about it, and he said, wait a minute, I know the Gracies, you don't need more than one to beat somebody up, they're lying. Long story short, they got released after a week in jail, and this in front of the prison here. That's Helio there. And it's a big celebration. It's funny.
I never heard of that story.
Wow.
There's lots of stories we haven't heard. That's what I'm saying. They,
What's that painting?
This is really cool. When did we do this? Did you get this one?
God, this camera's nice, man.
Do
I
you
just
know
got
who made
this.
this thing? This statue?
No. I wish Horian was here to give the tour, but no, I don't know. I believe that the brain child behind the museum was Henry Gracie, Horian's second son. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
That looks cool. It looks like it's about 8 feet tall.
Okay, so the story of Kimura. Kimura
Kimura.
was one of the greatest jiu-jitsu fighters ever. And we all even know his arm lock. If you're practicing any type of grappling, you're going to know that. And what happened is he was in Brazil, and he was 210 pounds, and Elio challenged him to a match. And he looked at him and he said, well, you're not ranked, I don't know you, you're not Japanese, all those types of things.
Mm-hmm.
He says, and I'm sure
You're old
my
and-
right, I'm sure my number 2 guy could beat you. His name was Kato, K-A-T-O. So that was the perfect opportunity for Elio to challenge Kato, and what happened is he choked him out, and that's that over there. So then Kimura had no choice but to take on the match after. And he was so... Elio knew he couldn't beat Kimura. Nonetheless, he wanted to test his Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And Kimura was so sure that he said that if you last more than 3 minutes, that I'll declare you the winner. And the match ended up going for 13 minutes, and it did end where Carlos, Elio's older brother, threw in the towel because Elio got into trouble. But that didn't change the impression that he left upon Kimura, who was so impressed that he actually invited Elio to teach in Japan. But Elio stayed in Brazil and had his own thing going on, but nonetheless, it was a very historic event.
He got what he wanted.
Yeah.
He just wanted to see if he could surprise him or... Yeah.
And a lot of this footage is on the Gracie in Action DVDs.
Mm-hmm. That blew my mind away, that DVD, when it was VHS when I saw it
Mhm.
years ago, but it shocked me. It's like,
That's
wow.
excellent, yeah. Horian produced it. He's very good at that. Master
He's a
martial-
genius. He is the Bill Gates of the martial art world. That's for sure.
Hey, and how many people have something bad to say about Bill Gates, right? I mean, if you're big, you can't please everybody.
Yes.
And that's the truth. Look, somebody told me that if somebody's bad-mouthing you, then they're not happy with their life, because if they were, they wouldn't waste their time talking about other people.
Exactly.
Or at least nothing bad. So, okay, who asked me about this picture here, or this portrait?
JR.
Yeah, this right here, actually, let's just make believe this man is not here. In this ship here, Carlos and Elio were in a ship in an Atlantic Ocean, and a man fell overboard. So the captain dispatched the boat. They rowed out to try to save the man, and they couldn't. They kept on trying to grab the man with the choppy waters, and he kept on slipping. So Elio was saying, well, why doesn't just somebody jump in the water and push the guy up and help him? You know, it makes no sense. And then Elio spoke to his brother, Carlos. He says, here, let's go, let's do it. And Carlos says, I don't think I can make it. And Elio said, yeah, I think I could. So he stripped to his underwear and basically jumped in the water. But during that conversation, somebody from the background said, abrojos. And that apparently meant, I'm not sure exactly the interpretation, it meant that this is an area of the highest concentration of sharks in the Atlantic. So why it didn't click in Elio didn't matter. On his way down, he figured out maybe there are sharks in the water, but it was already too late. It was airborne. So basically, the boat had already turned around, and Elio swam out and waved the boat to turn back and try to save the guy. And this is Elio actually saving his life, and he got a Medal of Honor for that. And that's also... You know, the Gracie Academy or Horian, he definitely wants to give credit where it's due, and you know they owe it all to his father and also brothers as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the predecessors of what now we have today. This is great, a letter from Joe Louis, a famous boxer and great boxer of the time. His manager declining a fight that Elio challenged him. It was a jiu-jitsu versus boxing match, and they declined.
Read it, Nadia. To the sportsman.
This is to verify the statement that Joe Louis, the ex-champion boxer of the world, I don't know.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to wrap up on a couple key points, and then you can stay here as long as you want.
Okay.
Kind of laughing and nursing him at the same time.
What happened to him?
Well, at 43 years old, he got challenged by his student
Santana.
Santana. So in that fight, it was the longest fight in recorded history, 3 hours and 40 minutes straight. No water break.
Was it recorded?
No pee break, nothing. No, what I meant is recorded in history.
Yeah, but-
I think parts of it, I believe so. So, yeah, so that's that. It's pretty amazing. Here, Jared, come over here. I apologize.
Yeah.
Just come back and.
Oh, yeah.
Here's just the Gracie diet by Carlos, but that's
I have
similar
that.
to what's
Yeah.
already in a book. You can, get pictures of that later. Here's a roster of the class attendance that Horion used to do in the quote garage days. Here are the actual drawings of the UFC from the beginning when Horion planned on it. Because back then, all these challenge matches were happening. He would do them, and then his brothers. And he was saying, you know what? All I got is 20 guys looking at these challenge matches. I mean, is that it? 20 people? That's when he came up with the idea with John Milios, who is actually one of the people involved with Conan and a Barbarian, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, a movie. Then they created the concept of the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
You got the Hickson action figure.
Excellent. I think I might have a hard time just beating that doll, right? Okay. Then here are actual passes to the UFC. After the 5th UFC, Horion sold his rights to the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Why did he do that?
The reason was that, if you recall back then, it was so controversial. Like the way it is today, you have rules, more specifically weight classes, time limits. You have to wear gloves, etc. But back then, there was no weight class. There were no time limits. There were no gloves. You'd fight more than once in one night, sometimes 3 or 4 times. So what had happened is that after the 5th time, basically various government agencies or the athletic commission got their hands into it and they started regulating it. Then Horion said that this is now what originally I started it to reflect the most real fight you can possibly have in the arena. So he sold it because it's not what he originally wanted it to be. I mean, what he originally created it to be. It changed.
It changed.
Again, it shows the man.
What do you think about those gloves?
Well, let me ask you that question. Before, has the highest submission ratio compared to any other jiu-jitsu tournament. And the reason is that you are basically penalized for stalling. Basically, the first person to score 12 points wins, and you're going to get dinged points and lose points if you're stalling. So basically, instead of the mentality of me just kind of holding on, I got 1 point on somebody and I'm just kind of holding on, I win the match, whippy. Now people are driven to do the submission, because if not, you're going to start losing points. And you'll see that tomorrow. A lot of tap outs. It's a lot. It's fun. Even the kids, you know. So, okay.
Put somebody to sleep one time with a sweet move that guy was trying to pass
This is
his heart.
Horion's.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He was a baby?
At the Arnold's, or was it
At the
Nationals?
Arnold's. It was at the Arnold's. No, was it the Arnold's or Nationals?
No, I think it was the Nationals.
I think it was the Nationals. I didn't compete that time. When I came back again, it was the Arnold's and I competed. Yeah, that was sweet. You're gonna compete this week?
Yeah. Yep.
What is your belt now? Oh, JR.
JR.
And yours?
Robin.
Robin, yeah, so you're doing cool, man. So where are you staying at?
Holiday Inn, right down the, on,
Is it close to the,
yeah, it's not too far from here.
how about to where the competition's
It
going?
says 4 miles a day, something like that.
34 a day?
Not too bad.
It's not. But with gas, I'm gonna probably spend the same amount, you know, in taxi. Maybe.
Yep. So you
Cool.
train there in,
650
In
kilometers
Austin?
per week.
In Austin, I
wanna
train
get
my
there.
wife and my kids. We have a garage,
cool.
matted out.
Yeah,
I
cool.
was training with Phil for a little bit, but it's kind of different. I live in Round Rock, and he's all the way south, and it's just hard to get down there. And I drive a taxi, so I've been able to work out a routine and work out of the garage with my wife, and we got the book, the text.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And we just not so much for tournament, but I just want to teach them for self-defense and get in shape, and you know, just follow the Gracie way. And maybe eventually we'll get into competition. You know? Next year for sure I'm gonna compete. You know, if we can keep this thing going. And that's what I wanna focus my energy right
You got a
now.
whopping one person, two
Getting
people.
us all trained together. You know.
It's great, man.
Great. I got a lot of people coming, you know, because
They're an older couple too.
the garage is by the mailbox at our apartment complex. A lot of people coming by. Everyone starts class there and I just want to focus on them and so you want to train, go to man check it on Bill Cardella. He'll whip you into shape.
Bill's a good dude.
Oh yeah, man. Fucking Phil evolved into a monster, man. I'm excited to see him compete.
He's a soldier.
Mhm.
He's got the fighter's mentality too, you know.
Yeah.
He's got it up in his head, you know.
He's got it for sure.
He's just steady, you know, improving all the time.
He's
Trains like
really
a
great.
madman.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Real intense dude.
Oh, yeah.
Real hyper.
Yeah. He's into it. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't been here in like 10 years, and this wasn't here.
So they're moving now.
Yeah, that's what I heard. This is.
So you got a school over there? And
Mm-hmm. Columbus.
how's that going?
Really good, man. Really good. I have my instructor there, Jeff Hudson, is one of Hudson's black belts.
Okay.
So it's good. It's a great place to train, man. It's
So you don't have your own school?
no, I do. I took over the school for Jeff, but he's still, you know. Yeah, I still consider my instructor, you know.
Okay.
So, but yeah, he pretty much gave me the school, and it's going good, man. Can't complain.
Making a living, huh?
Yeah, you know,
That's what's up. If
You
you
can
love
buy-
what you're doing and
I'm
can
doing
make a
what I
living.
love, you know. That's the
Exactly.
thing. I'm blessed.
That's where I want to be. This is nice. This is where I want to be too. This is all inspiring. You know what the way they grew up and stuff. You know, I'm looking to buy some land in Colorado and put some domes. Not this, but domes, solar panels between me and my family and stuff. My mom, my sisters, and all of us. Get the hell out of the city. One of these things.
650 kilometers.
Damn.
Every weekend, it's crazy.
The girls think it's huh? There has to be more information on Carlos, man. See, I wish you would get me this in a poster. That's tight. Carlos there. Here it goes.
What?
The book. Carlos Gracie, Introduction to Jiu-Jitsu. Damn, that guy hit face first. Look at that. $1938, man.
This is from their garage days, maybe, where they kept track of their students. Hey, look, babe. The Hicks and Gracie action figure.
You just noticed it now? No, you didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Rodrigo. Rodrigo Henzo.
Mommy, you should probably record him signing the book.
Say cheese. Nadia. Listen. It's right there. Looks like the bag's working you.
It's dead.
No, I'm saying it's hard to do that.
Oh.
There, they say it. Working the bag, boss. Hey, babe. Turn around and tell Nadia I'm working the bag, boss.
Working the bag, boss.
Nadia?
Not your boss. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, this thing. I thought this was cool.
Yeah, that doorway.
No, this.
I like that doorway. What, Nadia?
Stem of the three pomegranates from Jerusalem.
JR.
Good help Tuesday, yeah?
Well, we just had a whole tour.
Cool.
So,
Hi.
so you're Horian's son?
Yes.
Who are you?
Henner, Gracie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You gonna compete tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. I'm not gonna do this weekend, no. Because I'm organizing the whole thing, so I haven't been training, you know. It's been a lot of work. But my brothers will be doing it Saturday and Sunday. Or Sunday. You don't know how, like.
Okay.
So it's all good.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, welcome.
We'll see you there.
Cool.
Really?
The driver has to fix it. I mean, I'm not gonna pay for it, but you have to fix it.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass too, man. You lose a lot of time like that.
Watch the car.
This is not. All right.
100 cabs from only this area, small area.
100.
100 cabs from our company, then there are other 2-3 small companies. But we have altogether like more than 4,000 cabs. This is one of the biggest company. They have the share in the JetBlue Airlines. You know the JetBlue Airlines? They have a cab in New York, they have a cab in San Francisco, they have cabs all over the LA, anywhere. Anywhere you go in LA, this company has some kind of company like this, the South Bay, United Checkers, Yellow Cabs. They have all together the fleet is almost like 4,000.
Man, that's a lot of cabs.
They cover every area.
I think in Austin the most we have is like altogether a couple dozen cabs. That's it.
But this is LA is a big area.
Yeah.
Yeah, the person taps out from the body triangle to automatic win. Yeah, the adults also. If a takedown is initiated, but someone reverses it and ends up on top, so Johnny ends up here and he gets the top position, the takedown point goes for Johnny. So if a takedown is initiated and they go to the ground, somebody's gonna get the takedown point, whoever ends up on top and gets a dominant position for at least 3 seconds, whether it's on the back or turtle or whatever you want, okay? So he sprawls back and he keeps on top right here. We'll give him the point right here, take down. there's no point pulling. If someone sits down and pulls guard, no point. But if someone shoots for a takedown, and in the action of shooting, the kid pulls for the guard, they will get the takedown point because they initiated it. Yeah, any takedown has to be controlled for 3 seconds, like every other position. If it's not a very clean...
From Hawaii, and hosting students. Come on, Nico! Come on, Nico! The yellow, she's from Hawaii. She's doing the hosting.
Oh, okay. So she's from the academy?
There you go, Nico! There you go! There you go! There you go! Get your head out, Nico! Get your head out! Good, Nico! Pass the guard! There you go! There you go! Good job, Mijo! Control! Control, Mijo! Good job! Touch him, Mijo! Touch him, Mijo! Pass the guard, Alejandrito! Pass the guard, Mijo! Choke him with your elbow, Mijo! There you go, there you go, there you go! There you go! Right there! Push your elbow to the goal, Nico! Breaking him down. See the other one over there? There's two of them. Oh, that's what the real computer is. Yes, two girls. Walk him again! Walk him again! Walk him again! Walk him! Walk him! Walk him! There it is. Pásalo! 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 Atta boy! Come on! Get out of there, boy! Get out! Keep your action, girl! Keep your action! Get out, bro! Get out! Get out! Come on, Nico! Come on! Get out! Come on, dude, get out.
John Ramirez and Federico Sabatini, black belts. Please report to mat 1. Blue belt open weight, Hennessy, Stefan, and Vasquez. Blue belt. Push his knee out on this side. Grab his pants and push his knee out on this side. Get some arm inside.
There you go, Josh.
Pegaram. Aqui. Tá um marral. Oi, esse tipo um cabrão agora. Debe parar un poco ese tipo se rodeó el tobillo.
legs, Robin. Look at the choke, Robin, right there. Choke, 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 choke. Look at you.
Don't forget to pick up your fighter t-shirts at the Gracie Academy booth. World Championship fighter t-shirts, extremely limited.